I'm gonna show you my power.
His Majesty from the TV Kingdom!
Round 1. Fight!
Terry! Make a comeback. Oh, jeez! Oh my gosh! Seriously? Next? I totally see you! Let's go! Go next! Fight on! Jeez! Seriously?
The wind up? A pitch! Make sure you trade it!
Take this! Right comes! Seriously? Gosh!
Fair passing through!
Hold on! I don't think so!
More than usual!
Next, come! Right there! Ready? Jeez! Oh my gosh!
The wind up? A pitch!
Gosh! Hold on! I don't think so! That's a strong one, so that should do! You should wrap me up! I'm gonna beat you up! I don't know! That was close! Hush, Risette!
Risette.
Too bad!
Wait.
I raise one. Oh my gosh, what is her voice? I raise one arm towards the mirror lined wall and close my eyes. In my mind, I see a stage and the hazy shadow of my band. Glow sticks of all different colors shine in the packed seats. I'm looking at them from my mark, indicated with a spot of fluorescent paint. The moment the countdown hits 0, a spotlight comes on. I reach towards the flooding light and become one with the stage. That's probably not her voice at all, but it's as close as I can get. Ah, she's daydreaming. Oh, come on. You haven't really let me hear her talk yet. You can't ask me to voice act already. As I calm my breathing, I look towards the clock to check out how long the performance took me. I see a hand pointing at 2, which brings me back to the reality in a hurry.
Crap! I didn't take my bike today. I wonder if I can make the last train. Night, everyone. I'm off for today.
I hurriedly address the people I pass by as I fly off the studio. After a mad dash to Akina Station, I barely make it into the stopped train. Well, if it stopped, at least you didn't have to run too much.
Made it.
Yeah, I'm not going to be able to do her voice very well, guys. I'm sorry. I take a breather as the train slowly pulls out. The last train on a holiday is usually pretty empty, so I sit in an open seat and get my tunes from my bag. There's a new song on there that they just gave me this afternoon. Today felt so long for some reason.
It's gotten a lot later than we expected. Are you still okay on time?
You didn't have to give me a lift, you know. I'd have been fine.
That's not the issue. Come on, I'm your manager.
The reason Inaba-san seems so happy is because of the news we got earlier. When our president called us back to the office from the show today, we were greeted with a new song for me and a detailed plan for my comeback.
Still, I had no idea that the boss was putting together such a detailed plan for your comeback.
Well, I'm grateful and all, but I just don't think I'm ready yet.
That's not true. We've all seen how hard you've been working. You're much stronger than you were. I think the boss is making the right decision.
Are you just flattering me, Inoue-san?
Never intentionally. You sang that new song we gave you today after just a short lesson. You even memorized the dance steps in record time.
I wasn't any good, though. I got distracted by the steps and kept going off key. And I wasn't hitting the turns cleanly. I've still got a long way to go.
It's true. Even as far as the discussion of my comeback goes, Inoue-san hadn't come up with an excuse why he couldn't get in contact with me until yesterday. The plans could have sunk.
Risette-chan, did something happen?
Huh?
I know that there's a part of your life you won't let me into, and that's okay. An idol doesn't need to tell her manager everything. But there's a difference between keeping things private and isolating yourself. You asked if you could get some days off on holiday, right? And you didn't seem too keen on today's session either. Did you have some other engagement in mind?
No, you're just cutting me too much slack. Thanks, though. It's nothing to do with work. There was something that made me realize how powerless I am.
So many people are supporting me in my comeback, but no matter how much I throw myself into rehearsals, all I can think about is how I was nothing but a burden in the incident yesterday.
I'm okay. Were you worried I'd quit again? I'm still set on getting back into showbiz, once I shake off the rust from my hiatus.
I can tell that much from watching you practice. Still, maybe you need a breather.
Huh?
The publisher consulted me about maybe rescheduling the photo shoot. When I told them doing it later would be problematic since you're still a student, they decided to reschedule for another time. So, take a nice break tomorrow.
Inoue-san.
But things will be busy after the long holiday. The success of your comeback project is on the line here.
She's Risette. I'm pretty sure it's going to be successful no matter what. She could show up drunk and she'd be great.
I really appreciate it. Can you let me off at Okina Station today? If I have tomorrow off, I want to stop by the studio and practice a little more.
Huh? But wouldn't it be late by the time you're done? Why don't I take you straight home?
There's not enough room at home. Please? I'll go straight home after I practice a little.
Well, alright. But don't push yourself too hard, okay?
I won't. Actually, though, you shouldn't coddle me so much either. Okay, Inoue-san?
That's kind of an odd flashback. Through the train window, I can see the countryside with only a few lights here and there. The train was empty to begin with, and only gets emptier as we approach the final stop.
A long holiday, huh?
This holiday was supposed to cap off with just work and rehearsals. Even when I heard Yu-senpai was coming back, I was the one who decided not to change my plans. When I told the others, they said stuff like, "Oh well, what's work's work," and "hang in there." Kanji was the only one who acted like a kid, saying, "What's more important to you, work or senpai?"
Reminds me, Naoto-kun had to work during the holidays too.
I bet Naoto-kun wouldn't get all indecisive about these things. When I sign and take out my cell, I notice I have an email.
Oh, it's from Yukiko-senpai.
It's a summary of what the investigation team talked about today, and the time we're meeting tomorrow.
Yes, it's 6 a.m.? That's early. I bet some of those guys are gonna be late for sure.
Really, 6 a.m.? What? There's a 6 a.m. now? Look, guys, when I was in high school, there was classes started at 8. I got up at 7:55. Okay, maybe not literally like that, but come on. What kind of high school students are these? I laugh, but it quickly turns into a sigh. I have tomorrow off thanks to Inoue-san, and while I'm happy I get to see everyone, I'm a little bummed out too. I couldn't do anything during that incident. I don't remember anything else about the day after I finished shopping for dinner at June's. When I came to, I was already in the announcement room, in the TV world, under the surveillance of General Teddy. In the end, it turned out what General Teddy was Labrys' shadow taking on Teddy's form. The shadow was holding this event called the P1 Grand Prix and forcing my senpais to fight each other. Since I was captured, they used my voice and likeness to goad everyone into hurting each other. I thought I sounded cool saying I had work, but I got kidnapped, imprisoned, and watched them use my face and voice to confuse everyone.
At this rate, I can barely face Senpai and the others.
Yu-senpai will be going back tomorrow. I think about Fuka-san, who had such tremendous powers that she could help Mitsuru-san's group by describing what was going on in the TV world, even from outside. I wish I could be that useful.
Inaba. Inaba.
What the? That was a weird place to cut the announcement off. Now, I'm a little confused here. Didn't they say that the hand was on the 2 when she finished practicing? Does that mean like 2 o'clock? Has it taken her 10 hours to get back? Or did I miss something and it was like, 8:10 or 10:10 or something? Like the minute hand was on the 2 and the hour hand was somewhere else. All of a sudden, the lights in the train turn off, and the train that had already begun to slow down to its last stop grinds to a halt.
Oh no! A blackout?
I look out the window to check. A huge red moon dominates the sky. And in the direction of the train was heading, there looks to be a giant red cocoon. Is that fog?
What is that? Inaba's that way.
I turn around. There's no one in the train. They've all disappeared. That train car was pretty empty, but I'm positive I wasn't the only passenger before.
Wait, what's going on? Oh, right, my cell.
Thinking I might be able to find something out if I contact someone, I look at the phone I'm still holding after checking my email. But it seems like I've turned it off by itself. Since the screen remains black, no matter how many times I press the power button, it won't turn on.
Logan? Of all the times. Guys, you senpai.
Apart from the confusion, a sensation I know all too well starts to rise in me. I can't believe it, but there's no mistake.
This feeling, it can't be. It's like I'm inside the TV.
I'm moving before I can think. I egg open the door using the emergency lever and jump out onto the tracks. I begin running towards the Inaba's train station. Now's not the time to stay away and cower here.